A very good morning to all of you, my dear students. I am Diti Sharma, your bio teacher. So, in the previous session, we had completed internal fertilization and external fertilization. Today, we will know about the development of embryo. So, first of all, there is a question. We will know about this question. Though these animals lay hundred of eggs and release millions of sperms, all the eggs do not get fertilized and develop into new individuals. So this is because the eggs and sperms get exposed to water, movement, wind and rainfall. Whenever those will survive, so after that they will reproduce, otherwise they will die. Also there are other animals in the pond which may feed on eggs. So thus production of large number of eggs and sperm is necessary to ensure fertilization of at least a few of them. So that's why there is a question, why do fish and frogs lay eggs in hundreds, whereas as in hen lays only one egg at a time. So this is the answer, because if they are reproduced, if they are serve millions of sperms but only few will survive, so that's why they will reproduce, they release millions of sperms, at least some will, few will approximately survive. So see, there is a structure of a zygote, balls of cells and embedding of the embryo in the uterus, so enlarged. So see, that is figure 9.8. see the structure, and there is a ovary. We are having a, in female body there is having a one pair of ovaries. So one pair of ovaries, there is a secretion of, see in the figure 9.8. now there is a discharge of ova, and after that it will goes down with the help of oviduct, it will goes down into the uterus, and after that it will fertilize whenever the sperm will meet then. So and in the uterus there is a thickened endometrium wall. If there is no fertilization, then blood will flow and menstrual cycle will start. If the sperm will meet with the ovum, then after menstrual cycle will stop and full process of embryo is development in the mother's womb. So see here, development of embryo. The question is also arise, how could a single cell become such a big individual? So there is a division of cell continuously, so that's why one cell is divided continuously, and after that it will make a full individuals, or we can say that become such a big individual. So development of embryo. Fertilization result in the formation of zygote, so which begins to develop into an embryo. Then the zygote completely divides and continuously divides repeatedly to give rise to a ball like of cells, and which is also called morula. What we called here, morula. So the cells then begin to form groups and that develop into different tissues and organs of the body. This developing structure is termed an embryo. So the embryo gets embedded in the wall of the uterus for further development. The embryo continues to develop in the uterus. It gradually develops body parts such as hands, legs, head, eyes, ear. The stage of the embryo in which all the body parts can be identified is called a fetus. That means in the mother's womb, which we are able to find each and every body parts just like we are having, and that type of body part we are able to see that. So this is called a fetus stage. What we called here, this is called a fetus. So you are able to see that in the figure 9.9, that is called the fetus in the uterus. That means you are able to see the different body parts of that baby. So when the development of the fetus is complete, the mother gives birth to the baby. So internal fertilization take place in hens also, but do hens give birth to babies like human beings and cows? You know that they do not. Then how are chicks born? Let us find out. Soon after fertilization, the zygote divides repeatedly and travels down the oviduct. As it travels down, many protective layers are formed around it. The hard cell that you see in a hen's egg is one such protective layer. After the hard cell is formed around that developing embryo, the hen finally lays the eggs. The embryo takes about 3 weeks to develop into a chick. So you must have seen the hen sitting on the eggs to provide sufficient warmth. Did you know that development of the chick takes place inside the egg cell during this period? After the chick is completely developed, it bursts open the egg cell. In animals which undergo external fertilization, development of the embryo takes place outside the female body. So the embryo continue to grow within their egg coverings. After the embryos develop, the eggs hatch. You must have seen numerous tadpoles swimming in ponds and streams. So this is basically done in the mother's womb, and which is not done by some in external fertilization. All the process will occur outside their body, but again there is a rate of survival whenever those eggs will survive and hatch completely, then the rate of that animals will increases, or we can say that the species will increase. So thank you so much, students. In the next session we will know about viviparous and oviparous animals. What do you mean by viviparous animals and what do you mean by oviparous animals? What are the differences between them? So we will know in a detail in our next session. Thank you so much, students.